سهل. هنختار الجهاز، هو طبعا بيجيب جميع أجهزة الجسم. هنختار الجهاز اللي احنا عايزينه ونحدده، وليكن مثلا اخترنا ده. جاب لي الجهاز الهيكلي موضح اهو القفص الصدري والعمود الفقري والضلوع. في تحت كده الشرح لو انا محتاجه اشغله، اللي هو رمز السماعة ده.
Hello, my name is Dr. Glover. I am your virtual expert on physiology and anatomy. Let's explore and learn about your body. Choose a physiological system and let's get started. The skeletal system. Water can make up to 60% of your body, meaning that most of your body is quite squishy and floppy. So, how is it that you can stand up straight without flopping over? It's because you are supported by bones, which are also actually organs. Bones are made of strings of protein called collagen, which also makes up your teeth and hair, and lots of minerals like calcium to support and protect your body. Bones support your body throughout your life, and they actually adapt and change over time depending on where you are and what you do. For example, in space, there is zero gravity, so astronauts don't need heavy, strong bones and often come back to Earth with lighter skeletons. The opposite is true for professional athletes, who need really hard bones to survive all that exercise, so often have heavier, stronger bones than most people. The middle of your bones are actually very soft and spongy. This is called marrow. Marrow actually produces your red and white blood cells. Red blood cells carry all your oxygen around your body, and white blood cells are your defenders, killing bacteria and viruses which might make you sick. The respiratory system.
الجهاز التنفسي هيبدأ يشرحه.
26,000 times a day.
قفص الهوائية
But why do we really do this?
والرئتين.
Breathing
نجيب
is hugely
البيانات.
important and provides the body with oxygen. But why is oxygen important? Well, it is required for our bodies to convert sugars from the food we eat into energy that our muscles and cells can use to function. Without oxygen, our muscles can't use that energy, and we wouldn't be able to move. Even our hard-working heart would stop beating. But don't worry, just take a deep breath and you'll be fine, literally. Oxygen enters your body through your mouth and nose before flowing down your windpipe and into your bronchi. Two large pipes that split off from your windpipe, one into each lung. Your lungs, the most important organ in the respiratory system, are made up of thousands of tiny individual sacs of air, called alveoli. The lungs can't do all the work needed to breathe by themselves, though, so you have lots of muscles that help them. Most significant of which is your diaphragm, a big muscle that spreads across the entire base of your lungs. This contracts and relaxes, so your lungs have more space to expand when you inhale, and it helps push air out when you exhale. Sometimes the diaphragm contracts involuntarily. This is what makes you hiccup. My apologies. Another important muscle group is made up of muscles on the back of your shoulders. These push your chest outwards, so there is more space for the lungs to fill with oxygen. That means if you are ever out of breath from running really fast, putting your hands on your hips will mean you can catch your breath quicker.
نرجع تاني نجيب جهاز تاني. اختار الجهاز اللي احنا عايزينه. الجهاز الدوري اهو. حركة القلب، الجهاز الدوري طبعا القلب والأوعية الدموية اللي متصلة بيه والدم. شوف حركة القلب.
The blood delivers these around your body. That beating heart is constantly pumping your blood along over 60,000 miles of blood vessels. Blood flows away from the heart through arteries, which branch and narrow into arterioles, and then branch further into capillaries, where, inside the organs, nutrients and wastes are exchanged. a look inside your heart. It is made up of two separate halves. Your right half receives blood that has had its oxygen used up by the muscles and organs of your body. This deoxygenated blood is then pumped into the lungs. The blood then collects a fresh supply of oxygen and then travels back to the left side of the heart, which pushes it all the way around the body. Each half of your heart is also separated into two chambers. The top chambers are called the atria, and the lower chambers are the ventricles. As blood enters the atria, valves stop it flowing backwards or down into the ventricles until the time is right. The valves opening and closing are the beats you can hear. The muscular walls of the ventricles then contract, which pushes the blood up and out the heart and back out into the body. Your heart is always hard at work, even when you're resting. Today it will beat over 100,000 times.
بيضاهي الحقيقي بالظبط. نرجع تاني، شوف مثلا جهاز تاني digestive system، الجهاز الهضمي.
The digestive system. Your body needs lots of energy to work properly, as well as vitamins, minerals, and
مكوناته كلها
fats,
بتنكتب
which
عين
all have
المريء،
individual, special roles.
المعدة، الأمعاء
But how
الدقيقة،
do you get those from your food?
الأمعاء الغليظة،
The
المستقيم.
first stop for swallowed food is
وموضح
the esophagus,
الملحقات
which pushes food from the back
الكبد
of your mouth all the way
والبنكرياس.
down to the stomach. The stomach is a muscular sac full of proteins called enzymes that start breaking down your food into smaller pieces. It also contains acids which activate the enzymes and help break down your food. The acid also kills any bacteria to stop you getting sick. And when your stomach is empty, the muscles in its walls contract. This sloshes all the acid around, which makes a very peculiar noise, which you will know as tummy rumbling. Sorry. Food then moves into the duodenum, where bile produced by your liver and stored by your gallbladder is released and mixed with the semi-digested food. Bile helps to break down fats so they can be absorbed. Further digestive juices and enzymes from the pancreas are also mixed in here. This cocktail of digestive ingredients and broken down food now travels the long route through the small intestines, where it is broken down even more. The walls of the small intestine absorb the nutrients and pass them onto the blood to be carried away. The digestive system is also full of bacteria, some of which will help break down food. As they do this, they release gas, which is one of the reasons you fart. Who knew bacteria could provide so much entertainment? Oops. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. My apologies. All of your food has now been fully broken down, and most of it absorbed into your blood. It's now the large intestine's job to absorb all of the water from whatever remains to make sure we aren't wasting anything from the food. Anything we can't use, we force together into one big lump and push it out of the body. This is when you poop. Your liver is also part of your digestive system, as it filters out of your blood any of the toxic things you may have eaten. It also takes on the nutrients absorbed by the small intestine, using them as ingredients to build up into the bigger, more complex substances your body needs.
شوف جهاز تاني،
Renal system.
الجهاز البولي.
Everybody needs
موضح
to
هو
pee throughout the
الكليتان
day.
والمثانة أو
But have you
الحالبان
ever
والمثانة
wondered
البولية.
why? Well, while your body is hard at work every
بالبيلات.
day, it produces waste byproducts which are toxic and harmful if left to build up. The blood carries these toxins to the kidneys to be filtered out. The kidneys also filter out things we have too much of, like when we've eaten too much salt or sugar. All of this is then mixed with water and runs down tubes called ureters in the bladder, where it is stored until it is full. Nerves in your bladder send a signal to your brain, telling you it's time to go to the toilet. Once on the loo, your muscles relax, so the bladder empties through your urethra, and the liquid leaves your body as pee. Although we have 2 kidneys, you only actually need 1. But if both of your kidneys stop working, then it's possible for someone else to give you one of theirs. Both of you living completely healthy lives with 1 each. Plus, around 1 in every 750 people are born with only 1 kidney. Most never actually know this for their entire lives.
سبحان الله.
Can you see those little
يوضح ان الانسان ممكن يعيش
blobs
بالكلية
sitting on
واحدة.
top of the kidney as well? They are called your adrenal glands, and their job is to make adrenaline. Adrenaline is the messenger that makes your heart beat faster and makes you want to move when you're excited or nervous.
بس كده فهو جميل بصراحة. جميع أجهزة الجسم والجهاز اللي انت بتختاره تدوس عليه. جميع أجهزة الجسم ده بصراحة جميل وفيه فايدة، مفيد جدا للأطفال.